Hi guys. The name is Mark here, and effectively, I just want to do a few quick videos with you, right? And anyhow, the last video was basically a person which we've determined is a human, a color of man, which is a monster stirred by a mon, probably demonic, right? Demonic, right? So you're not being very manly, right? So anyhow, it says here we're going to look at, you want that job, you want to apply for that job, you want to apply, right? You want to become an applicant for that job because you can't lie, right? And that's just serfdom, that's slavery. We've established what that is in video, so I'm not even going to touch that. I leave that up to you. Now it says jobber, a person who buys goods from manufacturers in large quantities and sells to retailers in small quantities. Okay, so they're selfish. They're not giving them fish, they're selfish. They're possessed. They're probably possessed by possessions, which are their wares stored in their warehouses, right? Normally you might call them whorehouses too, right? But then again, hey, where would you take a hoe? Probably do a hotel, so please forgive me, right? Anyhow, you can see where I'm going with this. Then it says, number 2, a person who manages public business, get this, dishonestly for private gain. So anybody who works in the government is basically working in business privately for dishonest gain. Just that simple, so I'll read it once more. A person who manages public business dishonestly for private gain. That's a jobber. Jobber. Then we're going to look at jobbery. This is now the dishonest management, so the age of man, of public business for private gain. Okay, so we're going to put things into perspective here. You want that career? Would you like to be in arrears? Right? You'll be in such arrears trying to pay a fictitious debt that who is this debt owed to? I mean, Jupiter, for God's sakes, right? Peter, right? Anyhow, you can see where I'm going with this. The bottom line is you're going to apply for a career. You will be in arrears because you're already in debt, right? And basically then you might have kids, and then you'll start calling yourself a parent. Look at the words, pay rent. You want to pay rent for the queen's child? I mean, by all means, right? So you can see where we're going with this. And then after you're broke and you've tried paying all your debts and all that stuff, well, then you're going to be tired, and you're not going to be tired enough the first time that you're going to want to retire the second time. How tired of you people going to be? Okay, and then you people want to run around and you want to deal with brokers, right? You think you're going to make money when you're dealing with a broker? Whoa. People, come on, man. Just look at the words, right? Bureau, broker, right? Sears, Roebuck, right? Kraft, raft, cheese. Come on, romance. Come on, people. Wake up and smell the coffee here so you can see where we're going with jobber and jobbery and all that stuff. And if you want a career, you will be in arrears. And don't worry, you will be retired. Okay? Because you weren't tired enough the first time. Okay? So now, this is going to go out to all you sovereigns out there. You guys want to be sovereigns? Right? You guys like these man-made, fictitious, legal lies? Titles? All just lies. That's all it is. The truth does not require this. The truth requires few words. Right? Actions speak louder than words. Anyhow, and it says, sovereign, person, a person. So you're a person. You're a slave. You're of subject status because you've agreed to state that so we reign. Well, you're a slave. Okay? Now, and that's why on the game of chess there's kings and queens, and then you have your bishops, your bishops, you have the cardinal rules, right? We've established liability. Who has the most chips has the most liability, right? And it says a person, body, or state vested with independent, so it's dependent, and supreme authority. The ruler of an independent state. So the ruler of a dependent state, also spelled S-O-V-R-A-N. Sov and Ran. So and Ran. They'll run like a bunch of chickens because they like to moniker themselves, okay, with these demonic names, demonizing names, okay. So anyhow, people, basically that's it right there. A person, body. And so basically, what do they call government? Isn't it called a body politic and a body of water? Because what's your body comprised of? Mostly of water. You can see what we're talking about here because everything happens on the seas of commerce, people. So basically, okay, he who runs around with all these false titles is full of shit. Like even my YouTube page, like the name says Mark Simser, but I'm not Mark Simser. I'm just commonly known as Mark. I am that I am. Who shall not be legally named? The Attorney General's office, they even know this, right? The supreme authority in the land, in their world, not mine, but in theirs. So at least I'll use their system to allow them to recognize it and give them full faith and credence to deal with the fact that I'm not a Canadian, right? Because they're so used to dealing in the world of serfdom and slaves. right? So you want to be a sovereign, you want to be a person, you want to be a body politic, right? Politics, right? Republicans. Why? Because they'll re-lie, L-I-E, again, in a pub because everybody's drinking spirits, liquor, lie-core, right? Bunch of lies, people. You better wake up. So I'm going to leave it at that. So if you think you want to be sovereign and oh, you want to be this, and did the Creator, the Father, at her take the F out, ask you to be sovereign, right? No, no, people, right? We're just basically a flea on a tick's ass in the great cosmic scheme of things, okay? So get the stuff out of your heads that, oh, we're gods, and no. Basically, ye are gods, but you're not gods, okay? You're from the Creator, and it's because that Creator breathes that essence into you, which is called oxygen, okay? And you do this involuntarily, whether you realize it or not. So you can either get in harmony with that Creator, the Father, at her, the mother of all, divinity, right? Or you can just basically get into the world of in God we rust, which is stated on the American another mare, water term, water I can term, right? So you people better wake up here, and I'm not talking another water term again. So I'm going to leave it at that. You want to be 14th Amendment slaves? Well, don't go running around claiming that we're we the people. People do not apply for birth certificates. It's just that simple. Otherwise, you're a human, you are a person, you are a citizen, cited as then as being on a ship. You are a slave, that's serfdom, okay, that's bondage, age of the bond. Just look it up, people. What's the birth certificate printed on? Bond paper. So please, I can't make this up. Much love, respect out to all. This isn't to discourage. This is just to wake you people up, because people are even going to court and they're applying and they're going, well, that wasn't me driving that car, and I'm not a person. And the first thing the judge is going to say is, are you this person? You know why he's asking you if you're this person? He's asking you, are you a slave? It's not what they're saying, right? It's not what he's saying. It's what he's not saying, right? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's asking you, are you a human? Are you a color of man? Or are you a monster? Right? And don't think these legal lies, these liars, these, lawyers, these attorneys who attorney things aren't aware of this, because, oh, trust me, they are. And they know they're selling their soul, and that's why it's called the stock exchange. And they're getting exchanged at the X pence. Pence was a British form of currency, to be franc, which is a French form of currency. Okay, so where does the current flow? Down by the sea, the river banks. And where do you find the banks? Down by the river where the sea flows. Okay, see what I'm talking about here, people? Get out of this friggin' spell. Okay, get out of this spell. Don't even listen to my spell. Okay, so till then, keep your heads up, your sticks on the ice, and be mindful of what's going on. But try to get out of the world of dirtiness and money and get into the world of the power of the heart. And I guarantee you, you'll be rewarded 10 more thousand times. Even though I don't like the word reward, because ward and hence war, right? So be mindful of what's going on. I'm just using that term loosely, right? So anyhow, cheers. Bye.